Former President Donald Trump will be returning to the White House, the 45th president, now poised to become the 47th after a historic election. Back now, political consultant Tony Cignoli. Tony, you were here yesterday.
Yeah.
A race was going on between two candidates.
Yeah.
We now, it looks like, have a winner. Half this country woke up this morning very excited. President Trump sealing the 270 electoral votes he needed after taking Wisconsin. Seems like it was a red wave over most of this country. Who turned out to the polls yesterday, and how big of a difference did that make?
You had a lot of new voters. You had some places, even New Hampshire, where you had a monstrous number of brand new registered voters. They show up that day to vote. And we saw the same thing in Wisconsin and other states. Who were these folks? Astonishingly, certainly there was a block that was there for Kamala Harris, but there was a much larger block for Donald Trump. It's astonishing because the exit polling is showing us those people. Many of them are independent or unenrolled to begin with, and the new registrations overwhelmingly went to Trump. And to better answer your question, we look right now at the black vote across America and the Hispanic Latino vote. Stunning what Donald Trump did. He went from below 10 points in some communities to literally 30, 40, and 50%. Overall, a stunning amount of people that came out for him.
It's felt like the blame game, obviously, after the results this morning. For Democrats, a lot of different reasons being discussed as to Vice President Harris's loss. What do you think was her biggest challenge in all of this?
I think the biggest challenge was message, and that message that she could not separate herself from Joe Biden. You know, you can make the case that Joe Biden did a lot of great things as president, but the bottom line is that when you've got, double-digit inflation, when you've got credit card costs that's insane, the cost to borrow, et cetera, inflation, it's tough when your main argument as Kamala Harris is abortion for the most part. You got to do more. That was another thing. We saw women, when they had to make the choice on the abortion issue, even if they felt they were with her, they ultimately voted their pocketbook, especially in the suburbs.
We waited some time last night and early this morning for those swing state results. Obviously not as long as the 2020 election, but those came in. What do you think made the biggest difference in some of those swing states? As
far as the vote turnout in those places, it's astonishing. It's generational change in some of those states. It was, and I say this with great deference to my friends who are Democrats, it was a rejection of Democratic policy for the most part. It really was more so than just picking between the two candidates. It was a policy decision. Folks don't like where things are at or how things are in their life in America right now, and that's how they voted.
We saw a very different turnout in 2016 and in 2020, but a lot of those areas that were once blue are now voting red. Why is that?
Stunning. Again, generational change, and groups of folks who were reached by the PACs that were supporting Trump or Trump's campaign. Not so much his message as well, because he really got off message the last 8-9 weeks, but his campaign stayed on message, and the message was economy, economy. We're here, we hear you, you can't afford to buy a house, you're under 30 years old, you're not going to live as well as your parents, etc., and other groups getting those kinds of messages. And that's why we've seen this incredible move from blue to red.
And you can see those electoral votes right now, 295 for Trump and 226 for Harris. Well, the first 100 days in office for Donald Trump are going to be the most important. What do you think is going to happen within those first 100 days?
He'll move quickly to do some of the things that he talked about. He knows that he's got to deliver, is what it comes down to right now for his base, for his movement to continue on even after him. He is a one more term president. This is it. He can't run again. So all the chains are off, so to speak, if they weren't already off to begin with this anomaly of a politician or a public servant. What you'll see quickly is that he will move on immigration, as he said that he would. You'll see him start to make some tax moves. You'll also see him, I think, without a doubt, start to pick up the phone and play diplomat, or have his folks play diplomat. He does not want to expend American dollars in Ukraine. He wants to spend as little as possible in the Middle East. You'll see one other thing. If he needs to make a show of force somewhere, he'll do that. He is incredibly emboldened right now. And the group that's around him that's coming to the White House, even more so.